Welcome to all you Sagittarians. This is your monthly horoscope for February of 2021. Two big things are happening. Saturn Uranus is squaring up for the first time out of 3 times throughout the year, and a traffic jam in the sign of Aquarius. Let's start with that. Let's start with that whole bunch of planets in your third house. And Aquarius is air energy, so that goes well with your Sagittarian energy. Now, normally, especially when you have a traffic jam in your third house, it's very busy. Very, very busy communication, mails, emails, phones, and whatnot. And Mercury going backwards there, as from the 31st of January up until the 22nd of February, is mostly not really a nice thing to have, because Mercury in the third house tends to give communication problems like computers breaking down and whatnot, or short trips that are delayed. But this is different because it's in a sextile to your energy. I've noticed it over and over again when these retrogrades happen with flowing energy towards your energy. It's not that bad. So I hope this is going to be the case for you. But do take some backups when you are watching this already in January, with computers and whatnot. Because of that Mercury retrograde, that could be some miscommunication and blah, blah, blah and whatnot. But again, this is going to be a nicer Mercury retrograde for you. Not only because, yes, of course, signing contracts and whatnot, if you can postpone it a little bit after the 22nd of February, it's better, but you're not going to die when you're going to sign a contract on the 10th of February, for instance. But you may have to redo some fine-tuning there. What I've seen a lot happening with Mercury going backwards and forwards in the third house is that people who have their own businesses, they have a lot of work. They have a lot of work, a lot of clients, a lot of activity, a lot of talking as well. It's a very good time if you want to change your website, update it. If you want to start up marketing, if you want to start up a YouTube channel, a vlog, a post, writing, teaching, all of that, learning. It's a fantastic time with the new moon on the 11th of February to learn something new for you Sagittarians, to learn a new skill. The third house is very hands-on. I was talking about learning how to drive, learning how a new language, learning something that, yes, because Saturn is there as well the whole year. So Saturn is about discipline, and it's not going to be easy. You have to repeat. But now you've got a lot of positive energy, not only because of the Jupiter, but also because of this Mercury retrograde touching also Venus. So Venus being there in your third house suggests, certainly with Jupiter, suggests that you're going to love the new stuff that you're going to learn. You're going to love all this communication. It's also love, when Venus is passing through your third house with Jupiter there, you could think a lot about love, or you could meet someone as well through, maybe you're doing a workshop, or, if you're single, this is really good energy. And falling in love in the neighborhood, falling in love doing a lot of communication, maybe through the internet even as well. The third house, I associate that with communication of all sorts. And definitely lively, very lively month for you. And in a very friendly way, the communication, because after all, it's in Aquarius, and that is a sign of friendliness. So a very nice, you could say a bit of an overdose there in that house, but a very nice energy if you're thinking about launching something new, or something that you're reassessing for your work that has to do with PR, that has to do with learning, teaching. Great energy there. Now, the other thing that's going on is, of course, the square between Saturn and Uranus for the first time on the 17th of February, second time in June, third time end of December. So what does it mean? Uranus clashing with Saturn is all about a clash between the old and the new. Uranus is the planet that is further away, so that kind of wins, so to speak. So you could say Saturn is about same old, I don't want to change. Uranus is about I want change, I want to get out of a rut. So these clash, but ultimately there's going to be change for sure with Uranus there. And for you, it's in your sixth house. Again, this is not the big life events, but sixth house is either in your work, your day-to-day routines, or you want to change something that considers your health, to improve your health, or even small animals, right? You could be thinking about changes there as well. But the thing is, with this Uranus, the changes are going to come, whether we like it or not. But it's going to come slow, step by step, because it's squared up to Saturn, in your third house. So it's actually almost like your mind, the way that you think, is slowing you a bit down. You could have a bit of a anxiety around different projects that are considered with work, for instance, or with your health, that you are slowing yourself down in the mind, so to speak. But whatever it is, this energy is about, in a nutshell, the change will come anyway, but it will come slow. And it's best not to, when these two clash, people tend to pick one planet as their favorite. I've seen it a lot of times. Saturn squaring up to Uranus, people pick, for instance, Saturn. If you are the Sagittarian, which is quite, you could say quite conservative, quite, you don't want, maybe you have a strong Saturn in your chart. You don't like changes that much. You don't want to get out of the comfort zone too much. Then my advice to you is be a bit open. Be a bit open for the changes that has to do with work, that has to do with your routines. Open up a little bit. Maybe there's another job that you can do. Maybe there's another routine that you can do that's going to improve your life. Don't resist it too much. You're resisting it too much. So let it open up a little bit, but step by step. If you are what most Sagittarians are, very outgoing, very extroverted, very go-getter mentality, then I would say hold your horses a little bit. You don't have to burn the bridges just to say I'm fed up with the job and I'm going to, okay, the job pays its bills, but I'm just gonna stop there from one day to the other, and then you're having some big problems. You're having anxiety in the head because you're dealing with very practical issues there. So then for those Sagittarians, I would say, yes, the change is gonna come, but take your time. Take your time step by step. It's one of my favorite aspects, because when I had those energies going on in my own chart, and I've seen it so many times with clients as well, they go through really big changes that are really, really important. That's why it's so, you're being cautious of it, because it's such a big deal. I remember when I lived my life through, it was in 2008, 2009, when the same energy, Saturn and Uranus, were opposing each other. It was in key areas of my life, and I was working in a corporate world, and I wanted to do astrology. So Uranus was the astrology, doing the new at home, but being stuck there in that company because, I couldn't just go away. I was in the midst of doing renovations at home, but ultimately Uranus did win. This is the proof of it. But I had to do it in little steps. I had to do it very cautiously, step by step. And so it is with you, because the sixth house represents work. It represents, it could be for some of you also your health, that you need to do some new things, but you're resisting yourself, in the mind level, so to speak. But anyway, very interesting. I think a lot of Sagittarians are gonna like this energy, and it's not bad at all having this as a mutable sign, these clashes happening in fixed signs. So it's tougher for the fixed signs for sure. Now, having said that, I wish you a very good month. Do the adjustments there slowly but surely. Having said that, thank you for watching and see you next month. Bye-bye.